y'all so much for participating, for helping with the interns. This has been a wonderful experience for them, and it has helped the college tremendously, and it's helped our APT students in the program. So
Right, well, a really wonderful, unexpected thing happened. So when working with the interns, when working with any interns, we know that, you don't know really the skill set that you're going to be getting or the commitment level, because it's an individual experience and what is their personal quest. So with doing the interview, you hope that you get people who are truly committed to what they're saying, but it's also a chance for people to discover, is this really what they want? That's what an internship is too. It's a discovery process, right? So we're quite aware of that. With this group, with the 3 people, so Blake and Brittany and Carlos, we're like, oh, this is great. Let's see where the journey will take us. Well, the match of the team, for one, their dynamics together was just fantastic. So
let me just add a little bit extra to this as well. One of the other things that we've experienced in the past, as we do when you have employees, some people show up 8 till 4 or 5 o'clock, whatever time the finish time is, and they're already packing their bag, getting ready to go half an hour before the end of the day. That did not take place at all here. Each person, when needed, worked over the weekend, late into the evening on many occasions. And that wasn't us saying, you've got to do that. They wanted to do that to help the project. That was their work ethic. That is what made this team better than anybody that we've worked with since the first team we talked about in the UK. There's only one other instance in all our years of business where that's happened just like this.
that's incredible. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, there was no, that's not my job, that's not my expertise.
If I ever get feedback from an employer that you said it's not your job, you and I are going to be talking immediately.
So Carlos and Brittany had their day schedules, 5 days a week, to make those hours for the requirement. And that's where it got kind of separated too. The remote took place as well, and that was a great experience for us too, to work with interns remote. And as Alan said, people that you could get the email in. So I'm free. I'm available. It's like, what needs to be done? And I think exactly
what? If you're trying to get anything done, you need to know that there's a source on the other side of the phone that actually follows through and makes things happen. And it's been absolutely wonderful working with yourself and your team. And you've done an absolutely awesome job in providing the right people for the right, matching. And that's a big part of it, is matching the right people for the right project.
So we, of course, I think it was 20 CVs that were sent out. I think the first process was a phone interview. Everybody was given a task. They had to get back a summary of their focus and their mission. Usually there were some other tasks that were specific to what they were going to do and research to see what they follow through. So these are the 3 who went through these are a 3-step interview and then meeting live. And that was just for their internship. And they had to deliver. They probably remember more, but I think it was like, they had to write stuff like, really? Yes, we want to know that you're really committed to what you're about to do. It weaned down to, by the time we got from the first interview, the first reach out, to this, to the final 3. So when you called, your follow through. So it was great from the moment you follow through, and you're like, okay, this is what I can get, and let me know what you need, and the follow through with that, and then talking with the students, and then talking with myself, and then letting me know about the programs, and then being able to share it with Alan, and letting us know as a company how we can help the students. What I liked is you were looking at how they can help us as a company, and then giving us the information on how we can help them. That is again, not all the time. So not only do you not always get interns that, if you do the standards, met requirement, above average, and then exceeded expectation, right? So that exceeding expectation is the part that's unusual. There are a lot of people who do very good, do nicely. And then there's that, wow, okay, if I had the job right now, you'd have it. That's it. That's that, like, wow, that's phenomenal. You did a great job of letting us know how we could help, like with the search, so that made us look at the W3 schools and share that information with the students. You gave us information about what classes were going on and what that schedule is. That doesn't usually happen. So if your school doesn't know that, doesn't usually, so you usually kind of get, okay, here's the CVs. We've worked with all the universities here. Here's the CVs.
Yeah, here they are. Hey, here they are.
You know,
Well,
you're looking out for the students and for their best interests. It's not a case of internship, there's the coffee pot, start making coffee. No, it's here about learning how to contribute, how to transition from an education and be a useful individual in the workforce. There's a lot of painful lessons if you're in the wrong company. And sometimes you may have a big name, a big glamorous name that you're attached to, but you're not going to grow at the same pace as if the clarification and the expectation is there about what the individuals needs to learn, what they need to get out of it at the same time. So it's value, putting value from a small business into helping individuals grow to be the best people that they can be themselves. So it's a nice match of what's taken place in this equation working with yourself and ACC.
Then I tell the students, and I talk with employers, I've seen too many times that the delineation between success and failure oftentimes resides in communication. But we all really strive to impart a sense of dedication, integrity to the program, to the process, so that the students come in knowing that this is not something that they can just idly participate in. That They really need to show up, they really need to be committed. And there is, with that dedication, we'll find them the opportunities to help them succeed.
Yeah. That's been a really enjoyable, it's been a wonderful experience. We were looking for a program that was really focused on the way you're doing for security. I mean, we had just did some research. We came from DC and we saw this amazing focus on network security.
Which was done by the advisor to the president. It was at the US Chambers of Commerce, the Middle Market Summit for businesses ranging from $50 to $100 million turnover. So that's what this was all focused on, right across from the White House. So we were there and listened to the concerns from one of the president's advisors on internet cybersecurity. And that was kind of one of the initial
your email
sparks
showed up after that conference, and I was like,
timing,
what?
communication, that's all.
Timing. So that worked out. Like, wow, this is fantastic. We wanted to get this research in. So they know what we've done. Also, when we originally started on this, we looked at okay, you'll get if you exceed a certain standard, you'll get a letter of recommendation. I think I mentioned this to you before as well, right? So, so everyone's going to get a certificate regardless of participating. We give a certificate that says you participated with our company and thank you. The other thing was if you exceed, if you meet that and do a better than average, you'll get a letter. If you exceed that, then we actually will do the phone calls. So one of the things we're going to be doing that supports what you're doing is we're going to do reach out for businesses. Though we're a small company, we work with a lot of high-end companies, and
see, that is the ideal here. I can't expect or even ask, but to the extent that these students have shown that kind of integrity, that kind of dedication, that you're willing to reach out on their behalf, because that's I can't know of every job opportunity. I can't know of I can't connect to every employer. But to the extent that the students and the interns can solidify those aspects of the program and those aspects of their own work ethic, and then have you work in their behalf, there's a wonderful dynamic.
Out there right now, it's very hard. There's a lot of unemployment, even though there's technically, supposedly, lots of jobs. But there's so many, unless you fit the exact criteria. But at the end of the day, we all know it's about who you know at the end of the day. So I think from any small business benefiting from this program that you're offering, I think it is it should be something that is an automatic thing. If you've just experienced a great service, a great set of ethical values by an individual, the only right thing to do is to share that with people that can benefit from that. And again, it's a two-way thing. Hopefully our associates will greatly benefit from having access to these fantastic team members. So.
Thank you so much. I am looking forward to an ongoing and very productive relationship between ACC and us in this capacity. So, and I really appreciate your time and taking time to do this for us and working with the students. And I'm really happy to hear that it's been as productive.
I mean, we expected nice things, but this has been one of those like, wow, this is, and we'll also look forward to referring the program. I mean, that's not just the students. We'll definitely look forward to being able to say, here's Clark's number, and contact him if they have that need as well.